Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm not doing makeup, I'm just going to be talking about the tools you need to have a beautiful masterpiece artwork when it comes to makeup, and I would simply be discussing about makeup brushes, what you use them for, and just give you my own review on the products. So just have your piece of paper ready, because I know most times people don't know what kind of brush to use for what application. So I'm just going to tell you what I use, how I use them, and let's get started. First of all, I'm going to start with the concealer brush. The concealer brush is the brush you use in concealing imperfections on your face. Pretty much there are two types of concealer brushes that I use. You can see, first of all, I'll be talking about the medium concealer brush. This allows you to go into the lowest corners of your face to conceal every imperfection, and also the big one, you can use this to cover a wider area of your face. And if, as you can see, it is tapered. The fiber is kind of different from the regular eye shadow brush. So pretty much this is the concealer brush. The next brush I'm going to be talking about is the angled brush. Just like the concealer brush, the angled brush has different sizes, and definitely by seeing this brush you'll be able to identify which one exactly is an angled brush. As you can see, this is an angled brush. You see how tapered it is? It's angled to the corner, so that way you'll use it to work perfectly well. Now, what I use this angled brush to do most of the time is I use it to define the eyebrow. After filling it in with the cream, the eyebrow pomade or the brow powder, I use this to define the eyebrow pencil, and you use it with the shorter part of the angle brush curving inwards to the way you want to work with it. So pretty much the angle brush is a very, very important tool to use in your makeup application. The next brush I'm going to be talking about is almost like the angle brush, but it's not angled, it's the flat brush. The flat brush, like the angle brush, you can use it to conceal, to do so many things. You can also use it to define the eyebrow. It's very, very easy to work with. I mean, it's pretty much, it's a precision brush, so you need to really, really know how to use this brush to be able to work with it. You use it mostly with your concealer. Okay, so most times when I want to make corrections, probably around the lip area, I want to correct, or probably by the eyeliner area, I use the flat brush to make those corrections. So pretty much that's the flat brush for you. It's pretty much like the angled brush, but the only difference is it's flat on the top, while the angled brush is angled at the top. But pretty much you use these brushes with your concealer, either cream or liquid. So yeah, pretty much those are your flat brushes. The next brush I'm going to be talking about is your eyeshadow brush. The eyeshadow brush is pretty different from every other type of brush, just like every other brush is different anyway. But one mistake most people make is they use the wrong brush to apply eyeshadow, which at the end of the day gives them a lot of fallout. So you need to know what brush you need to apply your eyeshadow. If you take a look at it, the hair is totally different from the concealer brush. It's dense, you know, and it's very, very short, you know, so you can apply the product exactly where you need it. This is a MAC eyeshadow brush I use. I mean, I've had these brushes for over 8 years and they have served their purpose. So pretty much these brushes are very, very important. Now, most of the time when you buy your eyeshadow palettes, some of them come with some brushes, but I don't use most of those brushes because they end up not doing what I want to do. Like for instance, this is the brush that comes with the Naked palette. I actually have the Naked 3 palette. This is the brush that comes with it. If you take a look at it, it is longer. It's not as dense as the regular eyeshadow brush from MAC. If you look at it, so this is dense, while this is just, yeah, so it causes a lot of fallout as far as I'm concerned. So pretty much, not that it's not good, but you need to know how to be able to use these brushes to be able to work very, very well with them. So that is the eyeshadow brush. And of course, the way I use my eyeshadow brush is, like you see in all of my video, I apply from the top. You pack until, I don't do this with eyeshadow. I don't go back and forth. I just go. And once I'm done, you see, you're placing the product exactly where you need the product, so it's not going all over the place, okay? That's going to take me to the next set of brushes we're going to talk about. For every beautiful eye makeup you see, there has to be a brush that does the magic. And that brush, as far as I'm concerned, is the blending brush. These are the blending brushes I have here. So pretty much I have in my hand blending brush. I have from MAC. I have the Morph brush, and I have a regular generic one. They pretty much do the same job. Price wise, it is very, very different. I mean, it's like a $10 difference between most of these brushes, but at the end of the day, they pretty much do the same job. The white head brush is the MAC brush I have had for over 8 years, and I'm still using it, while the black one is from my Morph brush collection that I just got. So pretty much these brushes do the same job, as you can see, and the only difference is pricing, okay? Just like the crease brush, we have the blending brush for every makeup you do. The blending brush does the magic. Okay, now the crease brush and the blending brush, they pretty much look almost the same, if not the same. It just depends on what you want to do with it. And I'm going to go ahead and add the other brushes I had here, so you can take a look at them. You will barely be able to tell the difference between all the brushes. The only difference is this one is longer. It's equally a blending brush, and you can use this for so many other things. So pretty much these are the brushes, and like I said, the price is just the difference. So I have mixed here my MAC blending brush and my Morph blending brush. They all do pretty much the same job. So for you to be able to blend very, very well, you need to have the right brush to be able to do that, and it allows you to work. You use it in a circular motion. You work it all the way around, round. So pretty much that's what the crisp brush and the blending brush does for you. This is a very important tool to have in your makeup case. The next set of brushes I'm going to talk about is your foundation brush. Your foundation brush is very, very important. Now, there are different types of foundation brush depending on what you want to do. But whichever way you want to use it, just make sure you're using it in the right way to get the right results. I'm going to start with my MAC foundation brushes. To the left, this one here is the flat foundation brush, while this is the regular foundation brush. These brushes are MAC brushes, and trust me, like I said, I've had these brushes for over 8 years and they've been doing a fantastic job. Now, the good thing about this brush, this one right here, is it allows you go in as far as underneath your lower eyelid to apply your concealer. That's how good this is, and that's, see how tapered it is? See how thin it is? Yes, it allows you to do that. So pretty much this is very, very good. Now, this is a random foundation brush I have had for a very long time. If you look at it, it is very dense. You see right there? It's very, very dense, and it allows, I pretty much use this most of the time with my cream foundation or concealer most of the time, most especially when I have to conceal the whole face. You know, so pretty much this does a very, very fantastic job for me. This is a foundation brush I just fell in love with. I call it my beauty blender in a brush. This is the Muff brush M439. This brush is a must-have for every makeup artist. You see how dense it is? I mean, this brush is everything. I mean, this is, I don't want to blab too much, but this brush is really very good. So this is a must-have for me any day, anytime. I mean, it does a fantastic job. And most of the times when I do my foundation, my concealer, I end up forgetting to use the beauty blender. That's how good this brush is. Okay, so that's your foundation brush. And also I have these guys here. These are stapling brushes. You use this most of the time with liquid foundation, and of course you can see I have 3 different types here. This is a shorter one, a flat one. This is much more longer. You can see the hair. You can take a look at it. It's very, very different from the regular foundation, and the way you use this is you use it in a circular motion to apply your product on your face, and I promise you it gives the same effect. Now, these brushes were in existence when there was nothing like the beauty blender out there, you know, so I tend not to use this most of the time anymore unless I have to just quickly do something. And quickly again, you can use this brush to do so many other things. You can use it to apply your highlight color. You can use it to apply your blush. You can use it to apply your highlighter on the apple of your cheek. So pretty much this brush is pretty very good, and as you can see it, I mean, it has seen some pretty good days. I mean, I've used a great, and this is equally good for body art. You know, when you use the body art, the airbrush foundation, this is really very good. So this is another great brush to have in your kit. We're gonna quickly go into your blush brushes. Right here I have 3 different types of blush brushes. This one is my MAC angled blush brush. As you can see, it is angled over there. This is, I can't even remember who. Okay, this is another generic one I had before I could afford to buy my MAC brush. It's pretty much angled, and as you can see, it's also dense. And this has been my favorite blush brush. This is by Color de Jour, you know, and this is a beautiful blush brush. This works wonders. So it's pretty much at an angle, and pretty much the same thing goes for the other brushes, you know. So you need to have the right brush for you to be able to achieve a beautiful blush application. And also, this is one brush I have loved to use. Now, this brush, you can see it is also dense. You can use it to apply your blush, you can use it to apply your highlighter, and you can also use it to apply your foundation or your concealer. You know, so pretty much this brush is multi-purpose, and this is by Real Technique. This brush is very, 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 very good and very, very useful. I'm going to show you what I use for contour, because pretty much you need to have the right brushes to be able to achieve a great contour. So as you can see right here, I have two types of contour brushes. I have the angled one, which is this one, and I have the flat top one, this one. Both of them does the same job, but I prefer to use this other one because it is angled, and because of the angled and how dense it is, it allows for easy application and it glides on smoothly. So it makes the job very, very easy for you. This is by Color de Jour again, and this is the MAC contour brush. Okay, I pretty much use both of them. I use this one pretty much on the cheek to do the actual contour, while I use this to contour just around the face and the jawline because of the way it is shaped. So pretty much these brushes are my ride or die brushes for makeup, and you can never find me without these two brushes in my makeup kit. And as you can tell, these brushes have seen good days, but trust me, these brushes, they do a fantastic job as well. So let me come to powder brushes. Now, these powder brushes, I'm going to pretty much explain a few things about this. Now, this is a regular generic powder brush I bought from Walgreens or CVS some years back, and sincerely, I didn't know so much about brushes back then, but I still keep them. Now you see how I don't even know how to describe it. This is not dense. It's not going to give you the feel of what you want. So you need to, looking for a brush, you need to look for a brush that is dense, that is going to give you the exact feel of what you want. So this is equally good for beginners, but I won't recommend this brush to anybody, although it is cheap, but it's not going to do the job for you. This is another brush, and I think this is by Face Secret, the deluxe powder brush. I bought this also some years back before I could afford to buy MAC brushes. Just like the other one, it has the same feel, and when you apply your powder with it, it scatters, it goes all over the place, you know. So pretty much when you're picking your brush, make sure you have a brush that does not have this feel. It doesn't scatter all over the place, so it's gonna pour your product all over the place. Now this is my MAC brush. This is the large powder brush. Okay, I bought this brush, I think it was $50 or $45 or so. MAC brush, as we all know, are not cheap. Okay, but thank God for all these new companies that are coming out now with different brushes and everything. It has made it so easy for lots of makeup artists. I think I have about 4 of these brushes, but since I found out about all these other brushes, my life has been easier. Now this is my ride or die brush. It is not expensive. I think it's about $10 or $11, and it does a fantastic job. And pretty much that's the brush. This is by Real Technique. You see how this is? Yeah, This is by Real Technique and it does a fantastic job. I'm getting my my brush from Morphe brushes in very soon, and I'll let you know how that goes, but pretty much this is the best powder brush I have so far and it does a fantastic job. Another brush I'm going to introduce us to is the Kabuki brush. Yeah, that's what it is. It's pretty dense as well. It's short. This is all the brush, that's what it is. And you can find some shorter than this. It allows you for proper application of your makeup brushes. You know, it goes really deep into your skin and it does a fantastic job. So pretty much this is a Kabuki brush. You can use this for your powder. You can use this to apply your bronzers as well. And yes, you can apply highlights under your eyes. So that's a Kabuki brush as well. I'm gonna go into some specialty brushes. I call them specialty brushes because they do so many different things, and without these brushes you cannot achieve certain things. So first of all, I'm going to start with the oval brushes. This is the large oval foundation brush or powder brush, okay? With the way the handle is, yeah. So this is a specialty brush. I bought this one the Oval 6. I bought this from MAC. As you can see, it is branded and it was, I think, about $45 or $50. I just wanted to know what this brush does, and I must tell you, I'm not too crazy about it, but at the end of the day I was able to figure out what I need to do with this brush. So what I do with this is I use it to blend in the contour. That's what I use it for, and it has worked really well for me. Also, this is good if you want to apply your own foundation or you want to apply your own powder. So this is pretty much, as a makeup artist doing makeup for people, this is not going to work for me working on my clients for foundation and stuff. So pretty much I use this brush to blend in their contour or just to give it a quick finish, and I promise you it gives you an airbrushed finished look. Now this is not the same one from MAC. This is just a regular knockoff one I bought, and it does pretty much the same job. I think I got it for about $10. I can't even remember. It does pretty much the same job. And also this is the oval, I think this is the oval one. This is the, you see how thin it is? You see how thin it is? I use this to contour the nose. This is pretty much what I use to contour the nose, and it works perfectly well for that, you know. So pretty much that's my first specialty brush. Another specialty brush I'll be talking about is the MAC 196 brush. It's one of those brushes, you know, when you go to the MAC store you find some new things and everything and you want to know what it does. So I decided to buy this brush. It's pretty much angled. It's very dense, as you can see. It's a foundation brush, okay? And I promise you this brush works like the beauty blender. All you just need to do is just use it to staple your foundation all over your face, and it does an awesome job. It gives it an airbrushed finished look. That's the brush. Once again, it's the brush, the MAC 196 brush. So this is one of my specialty brushes. You can see, I mean, this is well made, you know, it's tight and it's very very good. So that's another specialty brush I have there. This is one specialty brush I love to use when I'm working with people with a very big eye set, okay? It helps me to pack the colors, the eyeshadow. It helps me to pack the colors, most especially when I'm working with glitters, you know, so I don't get a lot of fallouts, okay? And this is the MAC 227 brush. I call it the packing brush because pretty much that's what it does. So I use it to pack on the eyeshadow on the lid. You know, instead of using the smaller foundation brush, I use this one to pack the foundation on the lid, and it does a fantastic job, I must tell you. So pretty much this is another specialty brush for me, and as you can tell, it's pretty much like the powder brush. It has the same bristles, you know, so it works wonders, and it's very... The next brush I'll be going into is a precision brush, okay? This is called a pencil brush. As you can see, the shape of the brush tells you exactly what it is, and I pretty much use this most of the time to apply products at the tear ducts, and probably at times just smoke out underneath your lashes. So pretty much that's the pencil brush. And also I have here, that's another precision brush. You use this to smoke out your eye color underneath your lower lash, and it does a fantastic job. You see how detailed it is? So it applies the product exactly where you need it. You can imagine using this or using the eyeshadow brush. The eyeshadow brush is going to create a lot of mess while you're working underneath your lower lash line. So pretty much if you have the right brush, you get the job done the proper way. The next brush I'll be talking about is the spoolie. That's the one that looks like the mascara wand, which you use in cleaning out your eyebrows and defining it properly. This is the spoolie, and this is the one from the Anastasia Beverly Hills. So it pretty much has a double end, and that's what it is. Lots of people call it the mascara wand, but this is called a spoolie, okay? And you pretty much use it to brush your eyebrow. Once you've applied your products in your eyebrow, use it to blend it in so the colors don't look too harsh. Okay, so pretty much that's a spoolie, okay? I'm sure you'll be wondering what that is. That is a spatula, okay? With a spatula, you can use it to scoop out cream foundation or probably scoop out colors to mix in with other products to use, instead of digging in your brush into the container and contaminating the product. So with the spatula, that's why it's thin. It's sort of a knife, but it's not sharp, or let's say a blade, but it's not sharp. Okay, so use this to scoop out products and use it so you don't contaminate the entire product. Next, I'm going to be talking about these brushes. They are beautiful. Okay, with the right brush, you can get the right application for whatever product you need to do. This is the fan brush. And of course, this is from Color du Jour. Her brushes are really fantastic. You can get her brushes on her website, colordujour.com. Color spelled COLOUR DUJOUR, colordujour.com. I'll put the link at the bottom. Now, this was the first fan brush I got, but because it's too frail, it doesn't do the job for me, so I just had to abandon it. But pretty much it's the same fan brush, and it does the job, but not as good as what this guy does. Now, pretty much what I use this for is, you know, when you apply your translucent powder underneath your eyes, your T-zone, your chin area, and all over the face, while you're doing other stuff, you can quickly use this to dust off all the excess product on your face, and it's not going to take off the foundation or whatever you have underneath. Now, majorly what I use this for, or what the fan brush is used for, is to apply your highlight colors on the apple of your cheeks and on your nose, your cupid's bow, and your chin area. Pretty much that's what the fan brush is used for. And as you can tell, this is not scattered all around. It is very dense, and it gets the job done. So pretty much this is by Color du Jour, and her brushes are equally very affordable. Last but not the least, from my list of brushes, I'm going to show you another beautiful brush by Color du Jour. This is a multi-purpose brush. I use it for pretty much almost everything. I can use it to apply powder. I can use it to apply the blush. I can use it to apply the highlight underneath the eyes. I can use it to pretty much do so many things. So with the shape of the brush, you can tell it's, you see how tapered it is up here? Yeah, so you can use this, just this part, to achieve whatever you want to do. But this brush is, I don't even know how to describe it. It's dome, it's angled, it's tapered, it's everything. So this is another brush from Color du Jour, and this brush is fantastic. That's all I can tell you. Fantastic. Okay, so pretty much these are the brushes I use personally when I do makeup application. I know different people use different things for their makeup application, but these are the brushes I use, and these are the brushes I have used to achieve all the gorgeous faces I have done. But now I'm going to show you my best of all the brushes, okay? All these brushes I like, I love them, but the brushes I love the most is starting with this, the fan brush from Color du Jour. This is my ride or die. I cannot do without this brush, okay? This is another brush from Morphe Brushes. This is pretty much is like a blending brush, but this is a very beautiful brush. It's the M510 brush. You can use this to apply your highlight color on the apple of your cheek, on the bridge of your nose, your cupid's bow, and also right there. So this is another fantastic brush, okay? Of course, my angle brush. I don't know who made this. It doesn't have any label on it, but this is my ride or die angle brush. I use this with my cream concealer to do the eyebrows and so many other things. So pretty much this is my eraser. My next favorite all-time favorite brush is my blending brush from MAC. And I believe this is the 217, if I'm not wrong. Yes, the 217 blending brush from MAC. This is another all-time favorite of mine, okay? The eyeshadow brush. I never apply eyeshadow without this brush. It is the brush to have. You must have this brush, and of course it's by MAC. I think this is a 213. I'm not so sure, but I'll check it. I'll put the exact brush at the bottom description. Of course, this is my angled contour brush from Color du Jour. Color du Jour, Color du Jour. I mean, her brushes are fantastic. So this is her angled brush, and I think this is the number 14 from her angled brush collection. So pretty much this is one brush I can do everything with. Another one is the blush brush. Yay! Yes, and this is also from Color du Jour, and this is the number 15. It does a fantastic job for me. This is my favorite oval brush. This does a fantastic job for me. It helps me blend out the contour right there, even right by the nose and everything. So this is a must-have for me for all of my brushes. And lastly, this is the brush to have. This is by Morph Brushes, okay? This is the M439. I'm gonna be getting the M444. It is shorter. It's short. I think it's about half of this, and it does a fantastic job. I think it's a new one that just came out, and I promise I'm gonna get that brush, and once I get it and work with it, I'm going to let you know. So pretty much these are the brushes I use. These are my favorite brushes. If you like to know where you can find any of these brushes, just let me know. Just send me a message, send an email to me. It's shegun@shegungele.com, or just leave a message in the comment section, and I promise I'm going to respond as soon as possible. Thank you so much for the time. Thanks for the patience. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That's all I require from you, and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, it's bye-bye from me. Last but not the least, a lot of people do ask me, how do you clean your brushes on the go? And I can tell you, it is no secret. It's one thing I have in my bag. I take it everywhere. Face Secret Professional Cosmetic Brush Cleaner. And it's a quick dry. So with this, you can see I take this with me everywhere I go. This is a small bottle. I have the bigger jar. Okay, you clean your brushes like you need to change your color immediately right on the spot. Just put it in the paper towel, and just swish your brush around it. Let me see if I can find something to show you a quick demo on how to quickly use it. So I pretty much open the lid, apply just a bit on your paper towel, and take the brush, even as big as this is, and just go. You see that? You see that? It comes off like immediately, and just put it out to dry like in a few minutes, and it's all dried up. So you can use this. This is, everybody must have this. Everybody must have this in their kits, okay? And the beautiful thing about it is the cap is spill proof, so it cannot spill in your kits. So pretty much, I mean, these are the things I use every day, okay? And I hope you like them. Let me know which of the brushes is your favorite brush and which ones you would like to try out. And if you don't know how to use them, just send me a message, leave a message at the comment section, and I will respond as soon as possible. Okay? Thanks for watching.